cold open on the road edition of the Real Life Podcast.
It's 38 degrees and 100% humidity. This is the hottest open of my life.
That is a great point. It is scorching in Nashville. We were down here for AMA Travel, NHL Draft, NHL Awards last night. That was an experience. The guys up in Edmonton dropped the normal edition of the podcast yesterday.
Yeah,
but we're here to do
the second half.
The second half of the episode.
We were dividing and conquering.
Yeah, we're dividing and conquering. I actually don't know.
And no Chalmers on either.
Yeah,
which is on brand.
Which I love. We sat in the studio on Thursday, and it was like, all right, what's our plan for next week? And it was like, the Edmonton shows are happening as always, Charles. Like, we're locked in, and then we're going to do bonus Nashville content. He's like, cool. Yeah, that works. Yesterday in the group chat, I didn't know we were doing this. Are we even doing one Thursday? We've talked about this so much, Charles. What do you mean?
Chalmers is the definition of talent.
Yeah.
If it just, but like the high maintenance talent.
If anyone on that podcast shouldn't have an ego when it comes to broadcasting, it's him, but he does.
He's got the biggest ego.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
Anytime he goes out in public and he gets noticed, he has to tell us.
When we were up in Jasper, he was really dominating the conversation.
He likes to take it over.
He was really like it was his show. You know, you guys were just guests on
we're
the
just
show.
slagging Chalmers. I love it.
Yeah.
That's what happens if you don't show up. You don't get a voice.
Did you listen to the Chumgate episodes?
Wait. First off, the third voice everyone's hearing is Adam Seaborn, our pal from our parent company, Playmaker.
Yeah, I'm down from corporate, making sure the kids are behaving themselves in Nashville this week. So.
Yeah. We got Adam from corporate here, and everyone's scared. Everyone's on their heels.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know how we afforded this Fiji water. That's gonna be my first.
Oh, I know.
This is more of a Dasani type operation. I don't know what this Fiji water. So
we should have got the Costco.
That invoice might not get approved. We'll see.
Oh boy.
The intern that's down here, Jacob Kendall, did the grocery run. So
he's got expensive taste.
Yeah, he's got expensive.
Well, big
taste.
shout out. Well, I see your M truck. There's a lot of gummy candy, so you're pumped, and I know Frank's pumped.
Yeah, because that was a Frank request actually.
I am eyeing up the peanut M&Ms.
I gotta say, it is like a professional operation when you come in the room and you got a handful of different candies. You got M&Ms. You got gummies. You got sour. What do we got there? Sour Patch Kids. It's good. It's a good spread.
Yeah, it's solid. And you never know. Everyone's in Nashville, so a GM might pop in for an interview with Frank or something, right? And you want to make sure we're giving off the right. A room that is called the Shag Room.
Oh, I thought it said Shack.
No, Shag Room.
Oh, jeez.
Look at the ceiling.
People can't see because we got the nice Oilers Nation backdrop.
Yeah.
We're at the Virgin Hotel in downtown Nashville.
Yeah.
And they were nice enough to give us the Shag Room to shag out some content.
One way to put it, I guess.
For me, I think shag means like you go shag balls, you go in golf and in baseball. That's shagging, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I go Austin Powers.
I've not seen Austin Powers movie. Just kidding.
Really? I was going to say. There's no way.
Everyone's got that one movie they haven't seen, though.
I have several.
Dumb and Dumber.
You've never seen Dumb and Dumber?
Even though I was sitting 5 feet away from Seabass last night.
I was going to say, yeah. Fuck.
Let's talk about the awards.
Okay, down in Nashville for friends at AMA Travel, amatravel.ca. I've been booking a lot of trips on AMA Travel. Putting the finishing touches on another one now that I'm talking to Frank.
Avoiding the grind in full effect here. Before we start the podcast, like I've barely got 30 minutes for you guys. Well, thank you. Because why? You got to go.
Because I have another live show to do.
Go do soon.
I need to sit in this chair and talk Oilers, but with Gregor.
It never stops.
Yeah.
And then we're going for hot chicken. I'm taking everyone to a hole in the wall chicken place.
Yeah, you said it could be dangerous.
It is dangerous. I'm hoping it's good. So if anyone's seen that food show, Ugly Delicious, with David Chang,
yeah.
He goes there.
Oh,
it's a hole in the wall. I've been there. It's gritty. But and they do dry rub. They don't do the sauce. So you got to like the dry rub chicken too.
I like a dry rub.
Okay. In the Shag Room?
Oh, yeah. Dry rub in the Shag Room.
All right.
Pretty good Tuesday.
Night one in Nashville, NHL Awards. Do you remember what you did last night while me and you were cruising around?
What I did?
On your phone? You sat there. You were like, we can't forget any of this for the pod. Yeah. Let's write down some notes.
Well, and the reason why we have to write down I wanted to write down some notes is we went to the awards after party. And I go to the bar with Tyler and I'm like, oh, I'll get a drink. And I go to give my credit card. She goes, it's free tonight. And I'm like, uh-oh. So that was the beginning of the end for me. So that's all I'm like, Tyler, quick, notes.
So what's number one on our notes?
Well, let's preface the award show for me. I'm a media guy, but I'm not a media guy, right?
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
You're a fan. Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Fan first, work second.
Yes. And we're going to this NHL Awards, and Frank's got to set up with these insane floor seats. And
They were crazy.
remember, like I'm not desensitized to this.
Yeah.
Like there is NHL GMs all around me. There's Conor Bedard's like sitting 5
He was sitting the row in front of us.
in front of us. Iggy's like 2 feet away from us. Seabass is over there, and like Pasta's over there. And so for me, it was kind of a mind-blowing, overstimulating experience.
Mhm.
So Connor goes and gets his first award.
Yeah.
Which was what?
The Lindsay.
Ted Lindsay.
First award of the night.
So where we're sitting there's this big row, like a gap so people can walk through. But what happens is when someone goes on stage, they come back out through that row to go to their seats.
Yeah.
So Jason Gregor, well-established media figure in the Edmonton market.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Conor McDavid knows him.
Yeah.
So they walk by Gregor and they see each other. So Conor comes over and starts talking to Gregor, and I'm looking, and then Conor looks at me, and I had to look away. I didn't know what to do. I turned immediately to Remchuk because I needed a crutch.
Have you interacted with Connor ever?
Only at the bar.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Would he know you?
No. Well, I don't know. Maybe social media is a hell of a drug. I don't know. Maybe he's seen my face.
I bet you he knows who you are.
So anyways, he looked right at me, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And I turned.
Yeah, and that's like not even.
I failed everyone.
That's not even a joke. Like McDavid and Gregor were like kind of whatever face to face talking. You were right there looking at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, don't.
That's how. Yeah.
Connor's right there.
Yeah. It was.
You were a little starstruck.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I had to preface everything me being fan. So it was very stimulating.
You took the creepiest photo of Conor Bedard I've ever seen anyone take.
Well, yes. Yes, I'm doing.
You were like hiding your phone. Like,
I'm doing that for the socials. I can document this trip. I'm very happy that AMA Travels powered our content for this trip.
Mhm.
So I got to take to the streets, and I gotta make that content.
Yeah,
and that was in this sense a creepy pic of Conor Bedard.
It was pretty funny.
Well, but great.
And he walked by like 3 times, and every time he turned to me and go, "Look at his quads."
Oh, he's quadzilla for a little guy.
Yeah, but he's tiny little guy, right?
I know, but he got thick quads, man.
Well,
You know who else has mutant quads? Anders Lee. Holy shit.
Yeah. There's a couple of players buzzing around last night at Tootsie's, and you forget sometimes, like some of them are just freaks. Like Messier was there. He looks like he can still play.
He's in such good shape. He would elbow your head off your shoulders in 2 seconds.
I was starstruck when I saw Mess.
Oh, Mess is a legend. Man.
Yeah, he's a pretty, and he just like looked like you expect him to look. You know, like some of the guys do not look like when they play.
No, yeah, they fill
like
out.
Messier. Yeah.
Like he's not Walt Kachuk.
I wasn't gonna say
he's
it.
He's a thick boy.
You say it.
But he's enjoying retirement. Mess just,
he's on that grind 24/7.
He's on that grind. He's anti-Remchuk.
He is. Actually, that is a great way
he's
to put
on the grind.
He's a good leader.
Great leader.
Great in the room.
Doesn't take any time off.
Yeah.
Goes to the gym a lot. I'm none of those.
Have you ever given a guarantee? Have you ever given the Mess guarantee on anything?
No, I haven't, because I don't have the courage of my convictions. I'm a coward.
We had this thing in golf as kids when we played a lot, and we're actually not that bad at golf, where you would guarantee a birdie, like because of Mess. So like if you're playing, you're like, okay, I guarantee a birdie on this hole. And if you don't do it, there is a series of events you have to go through to get the credibility of your guarantee back.
Love that.
That sounds intense.
So I've made one guarantee. I've made 3 guarantees in my life on golf, and I hit 2 of them, and I failed in the other one. I'm still trying to claw back to get my credibility of my guarantee back on the golf course because I ruined it.
I guaranteed a Raptors win once when they were up like 25 and they blew the entire 25-point lead and it went to overtime. They did end up winning. So it was never in doubt.
Courage to make
the guarantee up 25. Like, yeah, of course they're going to win. Like, I guarantee it. And then they started coming back. I think it was against Brooklyn. It was tough. I was getting a lot of shit from the boys about that.
It's a strong word, man. If you say it, you have to deliver, because the minute you lose it, it's tough to get back.
Sticking to the awards, feel good moment. Conor McDavid wins the Hart Trophy. And they bring the Stealthers on stage.
Yeah, did you hear my reaction?
No.
I just like made an undescribable noise. I was like, oh! I was like happy. We kind of knew the Stealthers were actually in town.
Yeah, we saw an Instagram story.
Yeah,
Mike.
But the fact they brought him on stage was super special. And the fact when Conor was doing that exchange with Biz and he threw up like for the charities that the Ben Stelter Fund. So I don't know. It's those little things of home, that I think that's why it felt special. And that's why I just totally went squee.
Nice that, the Ben Stelter Fund got some money out of it as well. Good to see them on stage with Connor for a almost historic moment. I believe he would have been the only player in NHL history to win the Hart Trophy unanimously twice. And he's not, because someone had him fucking 5th on the ball.
Are we getting into that? Is that being published yet?
It's out. Seth Rorabaugh, a Penguins reporter of all people, put Pasternak 1, and the rest of his ballot was Pasta 1, Jason Robertson 2, Ilya Sorokin 3, Matt Tkachuk 4, Conor McDavid 5. If you didn't have Conor McDavid as your MVP because you're like, hey, Matt Tkachuk scored like 40 more points than anyone else on his team, or David Pasternak goals and a ton of them came at even strength or whatever, like I could understand the thinking of McDavid not being number 1. And if he was getting a ton of hate only because he didn't have McDavid at number 1, it would have been like, that's a little like, you can go easy on the guy. Putting him at 5, I think you used the phrase earlier today, Adam. He wants the smoke.
He wants all that. I think if you do that, sorry, I was on my phone. I got breaking news over here, but it's like the Frank Saravelli here with your phone mid podcast.
That was great.
I think you do that knowing that it gets published, right? So you're looking for attention. You're looking for the smoke. You don't put him 5 unless you're looking for the smoke, right? I could see the argument if you're like, hey, he's my number 2 guy. Like it was a 1A, 1B, but I had to give it to Pasta. But like you put him number 5 and then people are like defending him. You have the writers on Twitter being like, oh, don't go after the guy. I was like, well, he's looking for the attention. I don't know if you should go after him necessarily, but I don't get it at all.
I guess like, is there such thing as bad attention? Like, because to me, like that's bad attention.
I think that you lose a lot of credibility.
I think you do too.
You lose a lot of credibility as a writer. And I think like people already think a lot of guys are homers and have no credibility. This just like confirms it, right?
Yeah.
And all season long, anytime you tweet something or report something, people will be like, well, this is the guy that thought McDavid was the 5th best player this year. So he doesn't know shit.
Well, I believe there's an emergency PWHA or PHWA meeting today about it, right? That this guy's going to get...
definitely not a pre-planned meeting. It is
not pre-planned because all the writers are here. They're actually getting together because they need to... they need to think about what they're going to do with this guy.
Yeah. So there's your NHL Awards recap. After the awards, we went to this NHL after party.
Oh, you wanted to talk about the autograph guy.
Oh, okay.
Autograph guy's the worst.
Wait.
Got to him. See the notes, folks.
Okay. So we're walking back from the rink, and outside the hotel where a bunch of the players stay, there are the autograph hounds, which is whatever. You're hanging out there. I think it's weird because you have like a stack of jerseys and pictures and stuff. And
it's not genuine.
It's not genuine. You're doing it for profit, which I think is a little odd. But they all kind of hang out together in the front of this hotel. About half a block away, we're walking back to our hotel. Cale Makar, Joe Sakic are right in front of us. This guy kind of pops up and goes, hey, Cale, would you mind signing this? So Cale Makar, good Alberta boy, signs it. And then this guy goes, hey, all the autograph guys are at that entrance. You might want to go around the back. Totally sells out his fellow autograph seekers and
cutthroat business,
redirects Cale Makar. And Makar did. He was like, oh, cool. Thanks, man. And like goes out. I think there is a problem in the autograph seeker game. A, that it exists. B, they need to be a joint force, I think.
Well,
I think it's cutthroat, man. There's not that many. There's a resale market. Like, if it's oversaturated with Cale Makar fucking signatures, then you're toast.
You're hurt.
The thing we should have done is we should have went and informed them and pointed out the guy and then videoed what happened.
Oh, and Chalmers would have had a new fight to review.
Like the autograph seeker, like witch hunt.
Those guys, like I think about the group of like 8 or 9 of them that were hanging out in front of the hotel, probably sitting there like, God, no players have come in for a while. And this dude's just down the road a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
Weasel. Maybe I should respect it.
Like it's the game within the game.
Yeah, fair enough. I did want to tell that story. I just thought it was so funny. Like this dude gets his Cale Makar autograph. Thanks, Cale. Oh, by the way, don't go that way.
Autograph guys are the worst, man. You see those guys all the time.
I know.
Like outside the buses and stuff.
It's just not genuine. That's all, right? They're just trying to, and that's where I kind of lose appeal. Okay, I'll check the notes.
We also got a trade right now in the NHL.
Oh.
The Blues are getting Kevin Hayes at 50% retained for only a 6th round pick.
What?
I can't believe Kevin Hayes at that much retained money is only worth a 6th.
That is wild.
Also, the market for getting out of money seems to be changing right now in the NHL.
Went after that. Well, he's an $8 million guy, right?
7.1. So he's now like a $3.6 million player.
So basically making slightly more than Fogle. Would you rather have Kevin Hayes or Fogle?
Yeah, $550K more than Kyler Yamamoto. And he was an all-star last year. And he scored 20-some goals. He can play center and he can kill penalties. That's a good deal for St. Louis. And St. Louis now still has 2 first-round picks, or they have 3 first-round picks, but 2 that they're
doing that thing. They're retooling on the fly. That's what the Blues do.
It's awesome.
They're like the quickest rebuild team ever.
There you go. I wanted to get the Kevin Hayes thing out there. What else did I have on tonight?
Oh, the after party?
Yeah. Stanley Cup was there. That was cool.
Yeah.
Basically, everywhere you walked in that after party was like, oh, that's a person who.
Are you a don't touch the cup guy because you think that like it's bad luck?
No,
you touch the cup.
I'll touch the cup.
You touch the cup.
I'm not.
I've eaten oodle noodle out of the cup.
Okay, there you go. See, some like fans / analysts are like, I've never touched the cup, but not. I just haven't had an opportunity to.
Like
someone handed me the cup, I put it over my head.
Yeah,
I've got some principles when it comes to. I'll never buy a blank Oilers jersey and put my name on it because you have to earn your name. You know, you got to earn.
Well,
you gotta earn
I think if you put your own name on the jersey, that's.
But you got to earn that stuff.
It's a weird
cup. The reality of the cup is like I will never win the Stanley Cup.
But if the Oilers win the Stanley Cup, you might,
But so I don't care if I touch it.
Yeah, you think it's bad luck if you touch.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Just because like there's certain boundaries I create, but with the cup, it's like now once again, fanboy fully engaged. I will drink beer out of the cup. So, a buddy of mine was part of an organization that won it, and he had a cup night and. It was funny because like he had 70 person party and we're all drinking from it all night. Oh. And everyone the next 2 days had a cold.
Yeah, you think?
Why?
And that's how COVID started.
Yeah.
COVID started in a backyard Stanley Cup party.
Well, it's amazing how it spread. So like if you share the Stanley Cup with 70 people.
Taken down now for COVID misinformation.
Google
and YouTube are going to label this.
There'll be some caveat commentary that will appear on the tweet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope actually, no, I'm not going to back down my comment.
You're standing by
I'm doubling down.
So you guys were at the official after party for the awards last night, and then there was another after party at Tootsie's.
Well,
but
all roads in Nashville lead to Tootsie's.
But before that after party, because I was with a couple other buddies, I met you guys at Tootsie's later. I watched a handful of guys get turned down at the door going into the NHL actual party, and I won't name any names, but number of former players who thought like I could just walk in here without a ticket and just got the no-go, which was pretty incredible. Also a couple media members that just like, I guess, didn't have the pass for the after party.
Oh, wow.
It was they were like not messing around with security. It was pretty funny though. I could see a couple of guys that thought, oh, for sure, I'm walking right in here and just got the no-go.
Well, we were going to try to sneak you in. And every door had a security guard.
Well, so my buddy who lives here was like, oh, I know that bar. We can just go in the back door. And then he's like, dude, there's never security here. I don't know what's going on. Like they had metal detectors and stuff. The NHL took it. And then so he texted his buddy who like doesn't own the place, but I guess like books the events there. And he texted him. He's like, dude, I have no control. The NHL bought the whole thing out, brought in their own security. It's not even like the normal bar security. So they were pretty serious about the I mean, if the cup's in the building, I guess they got to be.
I took a piss beside Phil Pritchard. And you'll be happy to know. Well, I was going to say, be happy to know he takes the gloves off.
Oh,
Phil Pritchard takes the gloves off.
Does he wear them though, like the rest of the day? Like
well, because after I had a bathroom encounter, he went out and put the cup into the thing and put it to bed for the night. So he white gloves back on. So just if anyone was wondering, gloves are off. Very out of respect to the cup. That's good.
We ran into our pals, the On the Bench boys.
Oh yeah, that was good.
What a riot!
They're trying to sneak in. They were trying to find their way in. They couldn't even get in. I'm like, do you guys work for the NHL?
That's what I'm saying, man. It was a tight. There was people getting pigeon tossed at the front door. It was pretty hilarious.
Oh, it was like first person like we saw when we walked in, Mark Messier. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that is like we were getting our free drink. The Stanley Cup is in one corner. Mark Messier is on the other side of the bar.
Yeah. We
ran into Elliot Friedman like 4 or 5 times. Every corner, me and you turned doing our laps. It was like, oh, Friedman.
Well, I'm like on a first name basis with him. I saw him this week. He opened the door for me this morning. He goes, how's it going, big guy? Good to see you up this early. I'm like, thanks, Elliot.
How does hair look?
It was disheveled as usual. That's his brand.
He's got one gear now with that hair. He's just bought into the chaos.
Yeah, why not?
I respect the hell out of that.
I don't hate it either. What else was on our list?
That was it.
List. That was all we wanted to talk about.
Well, then we got excited.
Yeah, and we started piling back the free drinks.
I know it was.
How late were you out last night? Because I did the responsible thing. It was 12:30. I finished my beers, and I looked at Frank. I was like, "Are you getting out of here?" And he was like, "Yep." And I was like, "I am also getting out of here." 12:30. I was out the door of Tootsie's. I was. Yeah,
that's impressive.
I'm checking the texts here. My last text I sent was 1:50 a.m. and I think that was me leaving the bar. So yeah, it was a 2 a.m. Shutzy. I opened up the food delivery app, ordered food, and basically right when I was walking to the hotel, the driver showed it was right there.
You timed it that well.
It was beautiful. But
that's very
impressive. But then the embarrassing thing, I go back and eat a bunch of fast food in my bed.
Why is that embarrassing?
Well, it's like you wake up to and you're like, oh man,
it is
like you could have. You didn't need to do that.
I once watched you in Los Angeles wake up in the morning. Mm-hmm. There was a container of chicken.
Oh, it was so good.
8 hours after the fact, you just walked up to it and just ate it.
It was but that chicken was good.
That chicken, I know, but I'm just saying, you shouldn't be embarrassed about eating fast food in your bed.
Man, I love eating.
Oh, I didn't know Wayne Gretzky was voting on the awards this year. Good for him.
He's a media member.
He's a Connor now.
Yeah, can you imagine if Gretz had Connor 5?
Then people would all of a sudden be starting to make people started agreeing with Gretz. You know, if Gretz had Connor 5, people would be like, you know what, Gretz maybe knows something we don't know. We gotta look at his game. Let's go back into the numbers or something.
Yeah,
people will start trying to make excuses.
Oh yeah,
sounds like we could be getting the Pierre-Luc Dubois deal here.
Oh yeah, you seen some breaking news here while we're at it?
Well, that was wild. So we saw Kevin Schiff a day off, and then we saw Connor Hellebuck, and I'm like, I wonder if these two are talking anymore.
Probably not. Hate each other. We did see like every GM at some point.
Yeah, so Ken Holland. We saw Jay Woodcroft. We saw
Woody was here.
Yeah, Skinner, Nurse.
It is a lot easier to convince people to come to the NHL Awards when they're in Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville's a city.
It's a good sell.
They should do it in February though, when it's not 400 degrees.
So you went to Vegas last year for the draft awards,
and there was no awards.
There was no awards last year in Vegas. Was there awards?
No, sorry. That was All-Star was in Vegas. Last year draft was in Montreal.
Montreal, that's right.
And I don't think the awards were there. No.
They should always do this awards into draft. They should do it in the north. They should do it in like a city that's cold in the winter and do the All-Star down here. I don't know why they're doing the All-Star in Toronto next year. The draft, it's 38 degrees out here. Like, do it the other way around. What is the NHL thinking?
Yeah, because I think there's rumblings that the next draft could be in Vegas. They might want to give Vegas a draft.
Again, like, cool idea, but like, do the All-Star game in Vegas, do the drafts in, like, honestly, you'd actually get people to go to Calgary or Edmonton in the summer because people would be like, oh, it's actually nice there in the summer.
Yeah.
Aren't we? But like new arena, you're supposed to get these things. We're not getting anything.
But the word was always at
Seattle,
waiting for Ice District.
Edmonton, they wanted to wait for Ice District.
Well, guess what?
It's done.
It's done. It's popping.
Edmonton, I think, is on the short list to get one. Seattle's probably on the short list to get one too. They're getting an outdoor game though, so
I've got some an announcement to make. But before I do, NHL is launching its schedule maybe today, which means we can start planning nation vacations.
Oh,
which is exciting. So I can't wait to see. The schedule is always the trickiest thing. It dictates where we go. But on the wish list, Nashville, depending if the flights are good, because it can the flights are seasonal. But anyways,
it could be.
And our friends at AMA Travel are going to be doing all the organization for us, which is great. Seattle's on the list.
Seattle should be on the list.
We got to go to Arizona if we can. The thing is, though, they can't play on weekends because ASU have rights to the ice.
But that's why.
So as long as it's like a Thursday or something,
Thursday, Friday, or even a Monday,
because it'd be cool to catch an ASU game.
It would be cool, and then it would also be cool to make it. My idea was make it the nation golf vacation.
Yeah, we'll mix in some golf.
I think it'd be cool.
That's a good idea. You do a little bit of both.
Yeah. So we do like a 1 day tournament in between. It doesn't have to be a tournament. We still go golfing, but we could pack tournament. Would be cool. Well, speaking of Oilers Nation golf tournaments,
we have the details finalized for the Oilers Nation Open.
We have not launched it to buy teams yet because we're working on some of the behind the scenes.
Can we tell people?
But we can tell you that on Friday, September 1st at 9 a.m., we'll be teeing off at the Millwoods Golf and Country Club, maybe, or
I've never golfed there.
You've never golfed there. It'll be great for scramble.
Yeah,
it'll be great for scramble. So September 1st, it's a Friday, leading into the long weekend, so you can set yourself up real nice. So happy to be partnering up with Gregor's Grads again. Jason Gregor will be there over plus minus or putting the odds on him crying as always. Minus
900.
Gregor tells a speech about his charity.
And he gets very emotional.
And he cries every time. So now it might be minus 10,000. I'll actually put a guarantee on it. To restore my guarantee, I guarantee you Gregor will cry when he does his speech.
If this doesn't happen, though, I'm going to have to figure out how you earn your guarantee.
It's a series of things, man. There's a lot of promises, some favors.
So we don't know quite when people can buy their foursomes?
We're going to launch next week just because I had a little pre-call with the team this morning. That was a meeting that Tyler was a part of and just left.
Jesus, you make it sound like I was like, this meeting's boring. I'm leaving. No, I do a live show.
But you didn't leave the meeting.
Yeah, I said, hey, but I didn't just leave. I go, hey guys, I got to do DFO live here. So if you got anything for me,
I'm just presenting the facts.
With no context whatsoever.
Well, it's not needed. You left the meeting.
Sure.
So then we talked about the golf tournament.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I missed out on that.
And then what was I was going on? I totally forgot what I was going to talk about because I wanted to rip you first.
Are we going to auction off a real life team?
Yeah,
maybe.
So we'll be auctioning off. Oh yeah. So because of all the draft content, we feel like launching the tournament's going to get lost in the noise.
No, probably. That's a good point.
And so we're going to launch it next week. So emails will go out to people that have been part of the tournament before. We'll put it set up on our e-commerce store.
We'll do a chance to golf with us.
We'll do. Gregor will probably auction off a foursome. We'll auction off a foursome. We'll be a fivesome. That's the best about us. You play with us two in Chalmers if he shows up. So
we get the advantage.
We get the advantage. We haven't won yet, but
we haven't even been.
We still like the advantage, so you can come and join us for that. And then we'll see. Gregor did a good job finding some alumni last time, so you never know.
Kyle Brodziak was there last year.
Kyle Brodziak there, looking tough.
Noah Gregor was there last year.
Yes. Noah Gregor, no relation to Jason.
Noah Gregor also looked tough.
Quads too.
On the all quads team. Okay, how about this? Sorry, I'm seeing stuff on my tweet deck that I want to pass along all the time. Someone also didn't put McDavid as their number one center for the All-Star teams. They had Mika Zibanejad as the best center in the league this year. Had McDavid on the second All-Star team.
That's so dumb.
I don't understand why people feel the need to do this. Anywho.
And Zibanejad's sick, but
it's fun to be awesome DJ.
DJ's eBads. Or we keep moving along. We're down in Nashville.
Yes.
That is a very far distance from somewhere where we can get Wilhock beef jerky, and that's too bad.
That's terrible. Have you tried? Did you get some?
I don't think I had someone when I was in Edmonton.
We didn't give you the gift basket.
I don't think I got a gift basket, so I have to get some.
Oh, okay. When you come back, we got to get
next
you
time
some.
I come out.
I like it's like we mean it, man. That stuff is legit.
It is so good. Anyways, if you're lucky enough to be in Edmonton right now, where I think it was almost 30 degrees yesterday, but anyways,
Edmonton's popping.
Spruce Grove, Leduc, those are two locations, and inside West Edmonton Mall, there is a little pop up. You can get Wilhock beef jerky almost anywhere at this point.
Yeah, brick tournament's coming up right away too. So beef jerky and some amazing novice hockey.
Yeah. Shout out to our friends at Betway as well. Another big reason why we're down here talking NHL Draft, and they actually have NHL Draft props up as well.
Our friends from Betway are actually on the way here.
Right now. The actual employees
are actual friends from Betway.
Yeah, we get to hang out with
Alex
Betway.
And James are going to be afternoon.
Those guys, yeah.
Alex is a hardcore NHL fan. James is a Brit and is just learning how hockey works.
Yeah, we're teaching them the ways.
He had a great time watching the Oilers get punished by the Leafs in Toronto last year.
Yeah.
So
Adam's a Leafs fan. We should have disclosed that.
Yeah,
sorry.
People are going to hate me immediately.
Right? Yeah. It's okay though.
It kind of plays in. I'm the corporate guy from Toronto, Leaf fan. It's like
just
really
typical suit,
suitable Toronto guy. Just
Have you seen the Blackberry movie?
Yeah.
So like Bill Silly, every time he's in his car, he's listening to hockey news.
Yeah, they have like
Leafs news.
The Blackberry movie is actually pretty good. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was great.
No mention of Brick Breaker though.
Yeah, that was a huge miss.
That's a big snub.
But it was really well, I thought, put together. Felt very real. But yeah, he's listening to like real clips of Fan 590 from like whatever year it was supposed to be 2006.
Really?
Yeah. In his car, they have like actual like I don't think it was Bob McCowan, but they sounded like real Fan 590 clips.
Anytime he was around any kind of device, television or radio, it was hockey content.
Yeah, it was like he's like a psycho hockey fan.
Yeah,
and they actually had a good scene in like the NHL boardroom where they had like a fake Gary Bettman and all the owners meeting and him getting stiffed on what team was he trying to buy originally?
Penguins.
It was the Penguins.
Yeah,
he was gonna do it, but the thing is, he was secretly moving him to Hamilton. It's not so secretly.
Yeah. They had a whole scene where he goes to Cops Coliseum and it's like talking about how he's going to put his luxury box in the middle. It's pretty sweet. It was a good movie.
Friends at Betway have an exact order prop that I like. So Bedard 1 locked in. Okay. Adam Fantilli 2, Leo Carlson 3, Will Smith 4.